What do you want? I don't need to escape. I've got food, water, privacy.
Moving.
Well, so much for peace.
for Baldur and...
No time to rest.
Feeling fresh?
Best get going.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out. When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. Most would have let me burn. I won't forget it. I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
What is it this time?
I'm trying to...
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither. Gortash, Ravengard, Portier. They're...
You hear? My lady says Absolute's army's on the march. Those watchers will hold the line.
Head up, chest out. Lord Portier could
Lord, Archduke, God. I'll call Gortash what?
What? Every duke's just the same as the last.
Sorry, these dukes are working me to the bone.
As exhausting as all that boot kissing you've been doing.
As you were, citizen.
You're free to explore.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun. Go on up. Pay Gortash a...
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't...
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun.
He has a point. They make people feel safe.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about. All right, calm down. Just making conversation.
Don't let her get to you, Nop. All kinds of funny folk in the city right now.
Raven Guard's a hero. Elturel would still be stuck in the hells if it weren't for him.
Have you seen the teeth at the South Coast?
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh. Free for the taking. Please, you must... All right, time to skulk about.
Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash. Or...
Hush. Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for...
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board. What happens next is out of our hands.
Not everyone subscribes to what is...
Gortash is expecting you.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Not for communal...
Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
From one hell only to trap them in another.
Beyond that, Raven Guard is a legend.
Raven Guard is a charlatan.
Don't like the look of this Gartash fellow. But don't you tell him I said that.
Not for communal use, it seems.
Big day, big day.
An Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Be vigilant.
No distractions, please.
Shh.
Please.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. Correct your tone, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. Ah, and my old friend, Karlach. It's no wonder your victory was so decisive. It's lovely to see you again, darling.
I'm sure it is.
We'll catch up once we've covered more pressing matters. Thorm's netherstone, more to the point. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, Grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. What did you make of him? Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chop? And they... If only... I wish that...
What's the plan with the Grand Duke's counterpart?
Sentenced to hang, last I knew.
Else, Gortash isn't pulling.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Tell me what you were doing in the house.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients and...
So much. This is what we get for putting our faith in a network of spies, I suppose.
I'm a bit busy at the moment. We'll talk later.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maidens?
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out.
I fought proudly alongside Harpers once. But it seems we cannot place our trust in them now. Not while Orin has their ranks infiltrated. What would you like to know? Anytime.
The figure doesn't acknowledge your presence. They appear nothing more than an empty suit of armor.
I'll feel that one later.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Pretend
Please make your way
and
to
tell
the
me
audience
what you were
chamber.
doing in the house.
Well, your officiousness.
Legs and walked off.
This after a slug of Hoot's latest hooch.
You might be right. One sip, and the world goes all fuzzy. Like I'm dreaming, but awake.
That's some goddamn poetry right there. Old man Otto's been muttering in his... Something about a dragon sleeping under Worm's Rock.
It's all that cruel he's been getting. He's hungrier than a farm ox after ploughing.
Doesn't he have family who could look after him? The fellow's a few haystacks short of a stack.
I had an uncle like that. Swore his outhouse was haunted. Turns out, there was a ghost in there. Local wizard, I think.
saying there could really be a dragon down there?
Hells if I know. Just saying
I
that
could go
sometimes
for a
there's
good
nothing
meal.
stranger than truth.
I've got a long road ahead.
Soldier.
Hear the news up to the foundry?
What? Tobin finally get crushed by a watcher?
Nah.
I have a lot on my
They're
mind.
making those metal beasts with
And, well,
4 legs
in
now
it.
instead of 2.
Damn. 2 more legs for smashing. Oh, love to see that thing in action.
La, da, da, da.
No one stopped me yet.
What do you want? I don't need to escape. I've got food, water, privacy, and I mean to keep it that way.
You might as well. It's over. The steel wall. I came seeking empty as a... He's spoken accusations. I'll be executed. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place. When the people need a miracle, you... No more... Lead me from my... I'll seek out my connections. When the city street... Well done.
Let's move. What's hiding here?
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What you were doing in the house?
Well, your officiousness, we broke down the door because it...
I don't care how many they need.
Somebody was in trouble inside.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make...
This is far enough. I can't thank you enough. Forget... When the flame, I will travel to the... You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Looking ahead.
What are you doing in here? You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Please, that won't be necessary. I just needed gold. That's all. Are you blackmailing me? Of course you are. I can't believe my stash is up on the roof. It's over. All right? Finished. Now get out. You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Who do you think you are? You've got no business being in here, so just clear off. No, wait! Why do you have to stick your nose? What in the 9 bloody hells is going on? Raynash? You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Gods, I hope they haven't put up the prices again. That ferry's my last chance out of here. She's got to have something that'll cover the rest of my fare. How do you know about that? Did those crooks down the dock send you? I told them I'll get the money in time. Not my fault they're charging triple. Did you money my ass? You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? You'll just give it to me? Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Never.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. I just want a little look. Not up for trading today, I'm afraid. Ooh, mine.
I should never have left Cloakwood. Why'd I sign up for this poxy around? Take it. How can they sleep? There's a bloody army coming. I should never have left Cloakwood.
Interesting selection. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Why'd I sign up for this poxy job?
Someone's been rifling through the wrong pockets. You sense now would be a good time to clarify if that someone is you.
Well, you're... Why'd I sign up for this poxy job?
Someone's been rifling through the wrong pocket. You quickly clear things.
Don't want to think about why my eye is itching.
The thief's been emptying pockets around here. You might want to allay. Your honesty speaks for it.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Gortash is expecting you. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to
What's inside? Can't keep me out.
Well, well, well.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Ah, that put the wind back in my sails.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
The house was on fire. We were ready.
What is it this time? I brought my own paring knife. Now I just...
What's past this?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I...
Soldier?
Let us raise our voices.
Best behaviour around here.
Don't cause any trouble or...
Lord Gortash is expected. Please make
You'll always have a warm welcome in Cloakwood, stranger.
your way to the audience chamber.
No distractions, please.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun. Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guess.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known.
I spoke to a witness who said...
The pride of the gate.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. Even horror has a home. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thor. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Our tyranny. And we are saviors. Defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Hang on. We're at a strategic disadvantage here. Better to take down those machines, then rip Gortash's throat out.
Sage advice. My steel watchers take unkindly to threats, no matter how hollow.
You're of little use to me, dead. But dead is exactly what you will be if you arouse the ire of my steel watch.
Now, come, be witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death. Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chancer he is? Knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by... Swearest... Gathered guests. Enver Gortash.
My friend, and you...
So there you have... What did you make of him? How could all these people cheer for him like that? And they expect... If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
Archduke Gortash, man of the people. The right people.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
The Steel Watch has made an impenetrable I can't think of a better endorsement for Gortash than that.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn?
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
Defender of the people. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Parasite binds your mind to Will's. Your memories of talking with Ravengard become his.
You spoke with my father. Incredible. To hear his voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Be in awe, truest soul. The new dawn will rise. Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her. For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
Help me.
Your tadpole seizes. The prism stills. Ravengard's empty eyes meet yours.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace. The true Ravengard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished then? Let the people rejoice. In Archduke Gortash's hands, they are safe.
A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who will stand in our way. Dearest Karlak, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me?
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
What glory
Supplies enough to survive a long siege. It's only your purse that will suffer. My purse is my most sensitive organ.
Not everyone subscribes.
What a charmer.
Never a dull moment.
Sharp as ever.
He did it!
Would it be rude to ask the Archduke for an autograph?
that fresh from the...
I'll have to inquire with Miss Darley about...
Schools, but careful footwork. Not for communal.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Tempers are rising. This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your words are enough to resolve the matter. Still, you need to lead.
Should you transgress again, your efforts to talk yourself out of trouble will be of little.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry. Imagine seeing your watch at home for the first time. My mom wonders at the door. Love to see one of them in a fight. A real fight. They thrash him.
Kill Orin and take her now, and do not return.
Tempers are rising.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your words are should you transgress again.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry. Imagine seeing your watch apart for the first time. My heart flutters at the thoughts. I'd love to see one of them in a fight. A real fight. They crush everything.
All shapes, all sizes, all prices!
Did you get to look at their gyrometics? Or their targeting modules?
If it ain't broke,
Let the
it's
man
'cause
breathe.
we already
That
have
watch has
two
sent
pieces!
me flying. Did you see how far that watch has through me? It's been 2 months. I can't believe you tried to climb up one.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. You try your best, but your best just...
We cannot defeat the brain without that stone.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. The guard is impassive. Your little speech was unconvincing. The guard is impassive. Your little speech was unconvincing. This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Usually, this is the point where the guard leaves you alone. But not today. This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will... Your words are enough. Should you attempt such a feat...
Give up a kitty for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry. Imagine seeing a watch of power for the first time. My heart flutters at the thought.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. To the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
What do we have here?
Thank you for the lift, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Ta-ta.
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You having a chuffy laugh?
We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here. We've got almost nothing left, and you want to take that from us?
I've had enough. I've got a good mind to...
Problem, citizen?
Forget I said anything. All right.
Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock before entering Baldur's Gate proper. Smuggling or any other form of deceit will not be tolerated.
What are you gonna do? Check under my skirt for any stray chickens?
All animals must be surrendered. Failure to do so will...
Result in a good hide.
Move along. I've got my...
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
Turn your animals over to the care of the Duke.
Tempers are right.
You think you can do better?
I should have set my girls free before coming here. I know they're just goats, but I love them like family.
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take? Like...
Safe for now.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. How is such an overrated question. It's the who and the why that matter, darling. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to. You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. If I told you, you'd lose the fun of reading it yourself. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. Darling, we can't let the readers decide what the content is. We've editors for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day. I'm afraid your piece hasn't gone to print yet, my sweet. Patience.
I hope so. I really do.
Thank Helm we made such good time. The army of the Absolute are back. Certainly encouraged.
Sorry about the pong. We've been on the road for more than a 10-day.
Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of...
Let her go. Back off! She goes into the cliff.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe. If all the...
These street trash need to...
I didn't see her make no trouble.
I know her. That's Gulster. She's no thief.
Stay back!
What did she even do? I bet nobody knows. I didn't see her do anything wrong.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
Used to think those things were gonna make me feel safer. Not anymore.
One blow! One blow and she drops like she's dead! At least let us
The
take...
citizen is unconscious.
Back off! She goes into the cliff.
Really won't feel it. Not a thing. Got on back.
What? It's not good to bottle things up.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
What's the story?
Come to have a go.
An air of decay hangs...
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
Beneath his ragged clothing, you catch a glimpse of rotten flesh, more than any living being could sustain. This man is a zombie.
I'm not dead. Just got a bit of nerve damage. So, you having a go? Charge too much? People... Besides, I've taken enough punches for... So, you having a go or not? You don't pull your punches, do you?
What's it going to take?
Oi! No freebies!
information.
the wind
feel
back
that
in my
one
sails.
later.
Done. What's cooking? Attention.
Still alive, so that's progress.
The pride of the gate.
At least things have stayed interesting.
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody army coming.
Careful around the Steel Watch. The old guard gave thieves a
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Let's just say the previous owner... Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Sometimes stuff...
You've been caught mid-robbery, with your prize discarded.
Bare hands.
A charm, of course.
You did not see me. A peer of the park.
Best keep your hand.
Your eyes are going to want to wander all over this gold. Just make sure it stops at you.
Don't give me that squinty side eye like all the... Nine Fingers is well respected in the Zentarim. If the Stone Lord's pressing in on her territory, we're here to help. Missed the welcome parade, did you? Hugging, tears. It was just love. True, we've been better liked in towns we bloody conquered, but it's hard to blame Nine Fingers. On top, undisputed for years. Then you have to call the likes of us in to protect you from some shithead calling himself Stone Lord. I'd be embarrassed too.
The Guild's no army, however tough they act. Just 20 different things.
Uniform's a bit patchy, I know. Oh.
You can get near anywhere in the city from here without seeing daylight. Once you don't mind the tangy...
Huh. You look rather more refined than the usual thugs walking these halls. I don't suppose you have any interest in fine art? Then perhaps I might be able to interest you in a rather special piece I assure you, it's identical to the original, down to the finest brushstroke. A fine piece to hang on the wall of anyone you decide to sell it to. We had a very interested party out in Waterdeep who, shall we say, commissioned the piece, but when the time came, she was unable to pay. I hear parts of her have washed up as far away as Neverwinter.
on, let's go.
Huh. You look rather more refined.
I don't need any attention right now.
A theft has been reported, and it seems you're the only suspect. Choose your next step wisely. You'll walk free.
Don't burn yourself.
What to do?
Your eyes are going to want... Just make sure it's...
Don't mind the ladies' court. Just a game we play.
I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't do requests. But toss me a few coppers, and I'll shoot you a saucy wink across the bar. Very kind of you, sir. I'll be dedicating the next keening elven ballad to you. You look like the type to enjoy one.
Go on. Technically, I'm supposed to be on watch.
Stay alert, Marina.
Any news, Digger?
No. Watch for the signal.
Maybe that's why this Stone Lord is pushing so hard. He wants Keen's Underroad.
Stay alert, Marina. Watch for the signal.
Bit of a letdown.
I know times are tough, but this crowd could mingle a bit, eh?
Do you hear the Harpers were half wiped out? We should be sticking the last of their bleeding hearts stellar guarding this place.
Maybe that's why this Stone...
See my uniform, face?
Don't bug me. I'm making...
I say that I...
Yes, Sergeant. Yes, Sergeant. Stay alert. Watch for the signal.
Look at that cloud! Looks just like a Hollyphant, that does.
You're supposed to be looking out for us, not the bloody skies.
Not my fault.
Who let you through? That's Grunt.
If I were you, I'd turn...
This ain't a public rooftop.
Will be dealt with swiftly and harshly. Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. Careful. That sounds like a threat. And people who threaten the fist. Now run along.
always pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader. As am I. I can scarcely imagine life without your company now. And, of course, I made a promise to help you. One I intend to fulfill. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely, and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one. Oakfather preserve you. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
A welcome face. How can I help? I'm listening.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt. To peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it? I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
Nor are we. But I trust she knows the value of collaboration, especially in times like these. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden?
Fate spin. Dost thou require a new ally? Or...
I brought my own paring knife, and now I...
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
What's on your mind?
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
You damned wretch!
Father.
Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
I brought my own pairing.
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the pact is worth it to him.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash and never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, but freedom will be paid in my father's blood.
A moment passes. In the stillness,
The Ravengard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our...
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature.
The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free.
I can't believe Will's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Will Ravengard.
Get up. There's something you should see. Everything's fine, trust me. Now come. Watch. I used to hate that sight. The glowing sky, the long shadows, the fading stars. I lived for the red of blood and the black of death. Now, I see the colors between. Look at the sun. What do you see? Yes, and something else too. Beauty. The dawn was my torment. Rustling leaves, agony. I couldn't wait to escape this place. Now, I revel in it. I revel in you. You showed me the betweens and beyonds. Between war and peace. Beyond passion and obsession. Most importantly, you showed me freedom. There's more, but I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to call it. I just know, whatever comes next, I want you near. When all this is over, will you stay with me? For good? Shak Vom Findu, source of my joy.
Keep a wide berth of the gallows, please, for your own safety. Interference with Flaming Fist property will be dealt with swiftly and hard.
Voss is waiting beneath the city. My joy, speak to me. You are the tastes of my tongue. You are the ground beneath me and the skies above. You are, and so we are.
Come for a chat?
What is that gonna do us? How are we gonna support ourselves, huh?
The Manip assured me a builder would come. Hold it. You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you. I need someone with a little more know-how. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's see what Portier has to say.
Forgive me. New house. Just...
You asked me to come here. Don't you remember?
Yes. I mean... No, I mean...
Are you drunk? Is that what this is?
Of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
You quite don't care what goes on in her cities.
Even guards know of her cross softy. He's in charge of the fist, right?
Vanra. Her name is Vanra.
Kindly lower your voice, madam.
Was Mother looking for her? My daughter! How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me. Why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. And of course, the front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come.
Blair's Portier is perfectly fine. She's simply...
Something over there. I'm way too big.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone... What?
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. Of course. I haven't stopped.
Nonsense, I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're... here.
God, you're right. Can you help me? I'm so afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. No, I was sober though. I swear. Neither lifted a finger to help. Thank you.
Right tool will do the trick.
What's that?
Be shy. Come on!
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell. You've convinced?
Never a dull moment.
You are unable to speak.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
least things have stayed interesting.
A new client? What some call me the Great Collector. You can call me Step Up and marvel at the spectacular wonders on offer. Brilliant.
Can't keep me out.
Arabella seems not to notice you as you approach. She's as intent on examining a peculiar stone as she is unbothered by the corpses littered on the ground.
Arabella!
Hey! I had a feeling you'd show up. It's sort of our thing, like it's fate or something. Check out the stone. It's magic. Incredible, right?
Arabella's inner voice is quieted by thoughts from the far past. The stone holds records of all those who have passed by it. The histories flow from Arabella into you, creatures slain, lovers reunited, spells crackling through the air. The girl is collecting every last vision. It's as natural as breathing for her.
And I've only scratched the surface. I want to know everything. Bone Man was right. The weave will take care of me. I just need to listen. Yep, and I like it that way. Bone Man told me to follow the weave, to let it guide me. I've learnt a lot thanks to him, and I'm still learning. Bandits came at me with daggers. They didn't know who they were messing with. I told you, I've learnt a lot. Don't worry about me, I'll be just fine. I'll see you soon enough. Bone Man said so.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Troublemakers.
And keep your mucky little peepholes peeled.
We see, we know.
What's this, cousin? Another absolutist come to see what we did to poor old Sarin. Your god took her mind, cultist, so Bereki took her head, and I burned the flesh from her bones. And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites. Yes, cousin. An excellent idea. Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Saren's funeral pyre. Ha! I believe you may believe that. The Absolute takes people, twists them. Saren, Bereki, and I, we were the 3 finest thieves in Baldur's Gate. We broke into the offices of Gortash, discovered he was with the Absolute too. Your fellow cultists hunted us, so we hid down here. We were safe, and so was our loot, until the darkness soured Saren's mind. She kept our treasure from us. Said Bereki and I had gone strange. Hush, cousin. Saren turned into a cultist herself, so we did what we had to. Bereki wept until his voice was gone, and then he was gone too, leaving only me to conduct Saren's rites. And my cousins here. You cannot conduct the rites without a clan to bear witness. Or some fuel for the fire. Good. That is good. She deserves more than me. Pay your respects as you pass, then. And do not come back. This is Saren's final resting place. And a killing ground for...
Did you go for a swim earlier?
Don't know how to swim.
Must have been some other oozing, stinking lump floating downstream.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Lockpicking is a trap.
No, it's fine.
That's curious. That might be worth a look.